My name's Fred. My name's Fred Moulton, and I'm proud to be working here with Critical Resistance. This poem is called The Abolition of Art, The Abolition of Freedom, The Abolition of You and Me. Art don't work for abolition. Art works for bosses like you and me. If let's abolish art sounds too close to let's abolish you and me, it's 'cause it is. I love art, and I love you too. And this is a love song, so it's got to be too close. Freedom is too close to slavery for us to be easy with that jailed imagining. We've been held too close by that too long and all that air they steal in our eyes while we swarm in common auction. In my eyes, Art had me from Hello, It's Me when Ronnie Isley oversays it. I thought about us for a long, long time. I followed Mythic Being on the bus. If I'm a slave to art, am I a slave to love? Am I a ferryman? Am I abridged? Am I from Houston to Oakland to Houston to Oakley to Houston to Oakland Ave? Or just a name to have for this ordered action? No aviary setting, just absence settling for the moral law within on this highline stroll. Ain't there this new way of gathering that's not like that? Like when we do it so pretty, and there's no selling instead of visiting, just this old revolutionary visiting where no one lives in how we fellowship in abolition, which is long and sudden presencing when Ruthie Gilmore undersays it. This exhausted, endless swerve of beauty from art, of movement from freedom, jail being their being held in being, not ours, is way past you and me and the lives we hide away from them and you and me in looking after them. Art works their being there. That's the cold funerary origin of the work of art. Our beauty wants to hold us in not wanting being there with them. Don't want to be like that at all. Let's work on work like Murray Jackson. Let's work through work like General Baker. Let's work it and reverse it like misdemeanor. Let's work against monastic rule with the boy next door. Let's work against anything that works against we job people can make it work. Let's work against royalty like a prince formerly known as the artist. Let's work against how art don't work for abolition. Let's work the artwork down to common nubs, low gravy. Let's work through freedom from can't see to see through how we mow Miss Lady's yard when we were talking with Erica and we talked about Tony Cade Bambara. And Erica held her that soft on fire so we saw blue fields from June Jordan's eyes. And we saw that we could sit and talk about a little culture. We saw that we could see through ourselves through Sylvia Wynter in America. We saw that in broken memory of them, we'd starved our mothers with still accomplishment, drowned in real abstraction and false care, holding our held against each other for the tired purity, for some let me make you over in the image of my dream of who I am when I dream of being me at the center of all dreaming, a circle of dreamers of the center, all dreaming of me in lemon yellow sun, a picture of another world where you're my residue, my love. Even in my black art, you do just what I say till the black aesthetic, which black art bears with love and leads us from art, and you and me and slavery and freedom to a form and oblige and near and lovely distancing our true black share.
About that. Woo! That was everything. Thank you so much, Dr. Fred Moten. That was just wow. I mean, just to hear it, and I'm going to definitely want to hear it again. But hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live auction and closing event for Imagine Freedom, Artworks for Abolition, an online exhibition and art auction benefit for critical resistance. This marks the final night of this 2-week engagement extravaganza, honey, that has brought together over 75 artists and organizers towards the goal of sustaining the work for abolition. My name is Jack Mizrahi, and as a writer for Pose on FX, co-executive producer for Legendary on HBO Max, and for somebody who has been in the ballroom scene for decades as an icon and a leader, I can truly attest to how fundamental art is to cultural movements for liberation, how freeing, chain breakers, breaking change, making statements. And to be honest with you, I can have a real conversation with you guys. You know, I know this has been the most critical year for Freedom Dreams. This year has opened our eyes, maybe none than ever. Just when we thought we were out of the woods, this year reminded us that we were not, okay? And whether it was a global pandemic or uprisings reinforcing the preciousness of Black life, there has been intense and fierce fights for people power. And it took grassroots organizations, cultural workers, community members, they have all collaborated to fight fiercely against state sanctioned violence and to provide for one another in this dire time of need. And there's one thing that has always been evident. As long as there has been freedom struggles, is how art itself revolutionary. You can tell me more than I can tell you, but we know art gives us joy in the times of pain. Art allows us to examine our current landscapes from creative lenses. And art even dares to allow us and prompts us to imagine what our futures can hold. Ain't that right? And I know you could say, and say amen, because you all know what I'm talking about. And when you talk about abolitionists, I mean, they are in the business of imagining and forging new paths of livelihood. You know, they are facing webs of systems that seeks to kill our imaginations, you know, and our acts of love and creativity, it gives way to radical transformative systems of communal care. And this love and creativity makes a world that you and I both know will target directly and dismantle and chop capitalism, chop imperialism, yeah, anti-blackness, gone, ableism, and of course, queer and transphobia, and whatever else they think they can bind us with in chains. Those are gone, 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 chopped. Okay? And now we're going to build ourselves a world of abundance where all our needs are met and where we can thrive. And all of this revolutionary vision in people cannot be decouped from art. So now I'm so proud to welcome my co-MC for this momentous and important night. And this reinforcement to me that there are good people in the world that are always looking to change it for the better of all mankind. So please, I'm bringing to you the man with a heart of gold. He is an amazing LA-based organizer. This is the Brian Caneda. Give it up for him, y'all. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Thank you, everybody. That's so nice. Thank you, Jack. I love an art auction for abolition. Tis true, tis true. And you are truly an icon. I feel 10 times more glamorous just sharing this screen with you. Hi, everybody. My name is Brian Caneda, and I'm the Los Angeles coordinator for Californians United for a Responsible Budget, or CURB for short. So CURB's mission is to reduce the number of people in prisons and jails, reduce the number of prisons and jails in the state, and shift wasteful spending away from incarceration and towards the things that actually keep people safe, like healthcare, housing, jobs. We believe in care, not cages. I'm a proud abolitionist, and I love artists and creators. Art nourishes our revolutionary spirit. Like the iconic Jack Mizrahi just said, artists and abolitionists have a lot in common. We can imagine a world powerfully different than the one we see today. Artists and abolitionists can imagine freedom and build the world we all want to see through the power of community. Now, I'm here today, and I think many of you all are here today because we love critical resistance. You'll hear me and others call critical resistance CR, and we call them CR because we're close like that. Critical Resistance is a grassroots organization that fights to abolish the racist, interlocking systems of imprisonment, surveillance, and policing, what we call the prison industrial complex, or PIC. The PIC has used all of these tools to respond to health, political, social, and economic problems for decades. Abolition is both a powerful theory of change and a practical strategy for organizing. The disciplined and brilliant work of critical resistance has helped move the conversation away from simple reform and toward abolition. Critical resistance has helped every organizer for freedom meet this historic moment. Now, I just want to give you a couple of examples because CR runs lots of local and regional campaigns. CR's Portland chapter has a campaign called Write Them All. So they've just sent stimulus check application packages to every one of over 12,000 people in Oregon state prisons. I don't know if y'all remember this, but they were trying to keep the money out of incarcerated people's hands. So we're getting it back to them. In addition, Critical Resistance is sending out over 7,000 stimulus check application packs to over 7,000 imprisoned subscribers of CR's newspaper. It's called the Abolitionist, and it goes out nationwide. The rapid response work of this prisoner mail program is critical. Imprisoned people need to buy commissary items, soap, hygiene products. And let me tell you, as someone who works with people inside of prisons, this shit was not available during COVID. It's been terrifying. They've been denied just the basic things people need to survive. Your donations fuel the coordinated effort funding postage and other supplies for these folks. And you'll learn more about the Write Them All campaign as we progress through the evening. This is the work that your contributions tonight are supporting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your tireless efforts to build people power, CR and CR supporters. From all of us here tonight, we will continue to build together until we create a world where no life is disposable. And now, I'm proud to introduce the host committee member, Dr. Lee Rayford. Her work has been pivotal to studies of the African diaspora, and we're honored to be able to share her thoughts on some of the Imagine Freedom artists.
Good evening. My name is Lee Rayford, and I'm an associate professor of African American and African diaspora studies at the University of California, Berkeley, where the first Critical Resistance conference took place in 1998. It was incredible to attend that conference.
It seems like we're having a little bit of technical difficulty with Dr. Rayford.
And to witness the launch of an organization that for more than 20 years
maybe we'll move on to the hardcore stuff. I'm going to tell y'all about the auction and what's going to actually happen.
And I'm very honored tonight
Here we go. I'm going to tell it.
For Imagine Freedom.
Okay, everybody ready?
Abolition. Welcome to the live auction and closing night.
Oh yeah, tell them.
So at UC Berkeley, I research and teach classes on race, gender, justice.
Am I going to tell them or not tell them?
My first book, Imprisoned in a Luminous Glare, Photography in the African American Freedom Struggle, examined how Black activists across the 20th century employed photography as a social movement strategy. And they understood photography as a necessary tool in an ongoing battle for justice that takes place in the visual field, as well as in courtrooms and classrooms, in the streets and in public memory. In researching photography of and in anti-lynching, civil rights, and Black power movements, I learned two key lessons. First, that culture is fundamental and intrinsic to social movements. As much as we understand the movement through its political platform, social movements have cultures that are expressed through art, music, poetry, theater, language, dress, the stories they tell each other about themselves. And secondly, I learned that visual culture and Black visuality more broadly are inextricable from Black movements' efforts to change the conditions of Black people's lives. Not least of that to be transformed is the individual and collective sense of our power, our efficacy, our being and belonging in the world. One need only think of the iconic work of Emory Douglas, Minister of Culture of the Black Panther Party and a hero in my book, in both my actual book and in my figurative book. Douglas, of course, created a new set of Panther icons through a signature style that combined cartoons and photographs. Douglas visually translated the party's ideology and rhetoric into single-frame images. Not only was his artwork central to party fundraising and educational efforts, but it also mixed visual elements to hold hope and misery and tension. Their works that at once depict ongoing struggle under stressful conditions, the joy in revolution. Douglas has said that he wanted his art to quote, show the the contrast of what can and should be done. Put another way, Douglas's artwork helped Panthers then and help us now envision the world we want and deserve. And this was a really important lesson for me, to think of visual art in the context of social movements, not as simply documentation of despair and injustice, but as documentation, performance of desire, of possibility, of the ways we hold joy and trauma, the ancestors and the unborn, heartbreak and heartburst simultaneously. It's the lessons for living and more that art can offer. And so it opened up for me a space to think together with art, learning from the way also that my breathing slowed with close looking, learning that attention and careful regard can itself be a form of meditation and of dreaming. So my book closed with a discussion of Hank Willis Thomas's cutout sculpture, It's About Time. A disembodied arm dressed in a suit sleeve and wearing a gold watch raised high in a black power fist. It's a work that gestures to the building of new monuments, while also wryly commenting on the ways political struggle has always been pressed into the spaces between capitalism and cultural representation. It's a work that reminds us that we need to evaluate the status of Black liberation movements a generation or two later. When I moved to California, I learned about the work of Melanie Cervantes and Jesus Barraza, founders of the collective Dignidad Rebelde, along with the force of nature that is Fabiana Rodriguez. And each of these artists take up the explicit work of Emory Douglas in the political poster, reminding us that art that is mobile, direct, accessible, colorful, playful, pleasurable is always fundamental to social movements. I've also since had the opportunity to think with Sadie Barnett's remarkable series, My Father's FBI File, in which Sadie has adorned her father's redacted FBI surveillance file with pink spray paint and crystals. It's a form of wake work, to borrow from Christina Sharp, that refuses the optics of an anti-Black world and makes legible Sadie's love for family and ways of living in community. Similarly, Dimitri Broxton draws on weaving traditions of Mardi Gras Indians and Yoruba royalty into bringing them into textile sculptures of power and delicacy. The patient labor with which Dimitri embroiders boxing gloves with cowrie shells and sews messages from the past and from our popular culture offers us new geographies of Black masculinity. I've had the opportunity to write about Lava Thomas's multidisciplinary practice that always asks us to listen to the sound of Black women's labor and social movement leadership. In works like Requiem for Charleston, Lava replaces the drums of variously sized tambourines with mirrors or lambskin etched with words. The tambourine, right, is generally an accompanying instrument. It's part of a larger ensemble that gives the choir, the chorus, its richness, its rhythm, its drive. Her use of the tambourine then reminds us the necessity of the small but powerful sound. The tambourine is a profoundly democratic instrument that requires little in the way of specialized skill or formal training, but it rewards desire and commitment. In her artwork, Lava reminds us that the tambourine is the sound and instrument of the beloved community, that any of us, all of us, no matter how big or how small, have an opportunity, a place in the movement. And I'm a new fan of artist Sidney Kane and Kentora Davis, whose commitment to opacity and to blur insists, to paraphrase my friend and scholar Tabu Nyong'o, that we do not yet know what a human outside of an anti-Black, hypercarceral world could be, do, or look like. Kane's work and Davis's work help me imagine a world beyond what I can see, to have faith in the otherwise and the unknown. So I hope you'll join me in supporting the incredible work of Critical Resistance and of Emory Douglas, Hank Willis Thomas, Fabiana Rodriguez, Jesus Barraza, Marilyn Cervantes, Sadie Barnett, Lava Thomas, Dimitri Broxton, Sidney Kane, and Kentor Davis, each from whom I've learned so much. You can bid on their art and the art of all of the other amazing artists who have lent their work for this effort. You can donate, you can pick up gear, you can spread the word. All the links are in the chat. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for your solidarity, and thank you for your willingness to dream together.
Wow, that was awesome. Jack, were you able to hear some of
Yeah,
all
I
of the
heard.
video?
When people like when people like her speak, you have to stop and you have to listen, and
Yeah.
I just find that whenever she speaks, for me to just close my eyes and concentrating on her words, and you just really wake up so much a better person for just having to hear her thoughts on things. And the whole tambourine thing was just turning it for me. I
love it. I love it. Thank you, Dr. Rayford. And I think Dr. Rayford's here with us tonight. So hello. And some of you might have noticed that our tech is very, very challenging, mostly for me. So I'm 400 to 500 years old, and be kind to the dragons amongst us who are learning all of this new technology. So don't be scared, but get ready, because here's what's up. Now, everybody pay attention. I'm gonna pay the most because I'm gonna tell everybody what's gonna happen next. Okay, ready. We're about to move into the live auction, which includes videos from Imagine Freedom artists and more. After the live auction, we have more in store for you. There will be prizes. People, I love a prize. And the winner will be drawn from our event RSVPs. And then we have some truly awesome exclusive videos that are both sweet and fun. And finally, if you missed the virtual exhibition, it will be showing again at the end of the night. Okay. So here's the part where both you and I have to pay attention, because, as I said, I am an ancient creature and do not understand any of this technical shit. There's wizards, literal wizards doing this right now. Thank you, all of the wizards. Number one, we will be using the YouTube chat to drop in key links. Follow along. I think CR is talking to me when they say follow along, because they know I don't pay attention. I feel both seen and attacked, but that's fine. Number two, for those planning to bid, please have the Artsy bidding portal in a different tab or device so that you can follow along in real time. Please note, you had to register before the event to bid in the live auction. And you cannot bid through the YouTube chat. I'm gonna say that again for the cheap seats. You cannot bid through the YouTube chat, but it'll be super, super fun in there. I see y'all clowning, making little jokes and stuff. So you're all gonna have a good time. All right, so finally, registration for the silent auction is still open. There's over 60 works still up. And with that, we're going to move into the actual live auction now. Everyone who's planning on bidding, please sign into the Artsy portal. We're going to pass it off to our gorgeous, fantastic, beautiful auctioneer, Gabriel Butu, who's well-versed in bringing excitement and energy to live art auctions. I love excitement and energy. Gabe, welcome.
Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you, Jack. It's an honor for me to be here tonight. And good evening, everybody. I am so proud to be your auctioneer this evening, helping sell these fabulous artworks that have been donated by our comrades in support of Critical Resistance's vital efforts to put an end to the prison industrial complex. Over the next 30 minutes or so, we'll be selling 7 artworks right here, live, virtually, with bids conducted by me in real time from our bidders all around the world in the virtual auction room here tonight. Now, before we hear from the artists themselves, we'll be hearing directly from all the artists and their comrades to tell you a little bit about the work they donated, their practice, their support of Critical Resistance. Then we'll be going live into the bidding for the piece. But bidders, please, 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 before we get started, ensure that you have Artsy open in a separate window so you can see and place your bids in real time. So you're gonna have the YouTube in one window and the artsy link that you should be seeing if you haven't got it already in another, and that is where you're gonna be doing your bidding. And if you're not there already, get over to that link now. I'll give you a couple more moments because we are about to get started with our first lot. Change is gonna come by Lava Thomas, and here's a quick word from Lava on the meaning behind this very, very special work.
The title of this piece is Change is Gonna Come, which comes from a body of work that recalls the freedom songs of the Civil Rights Movement. The title is from a song by Sam Cooke written in 1964. This work resonates with today's politics and the upcoming November election. Change is gonna come. Oh yes, it will. I'm donating this work to Imagine Freedom, Artworks for the Abolition, an option to support the work of critical resistance. This is an urgent time to advance the freedom dreams that our communities have nurtured for generations and are unapologetically demanding be enacted in 2020.
All right, thank you, Lava. This is a work from 2020. It's a pyrographic calligraphy that Lava inscribed on this altered tambourine. It's part of a special limited edition set. You can find Lava's work in the collections of the Smithsonian, the Studio Museum of Harlem, the SF MoMA, and in return for your winning bid here tonight in your collection, we had considerable interest in the lead up already, so we can start with a bid in the book of $2,250. $2,250 now. $2,250, $2,500, $2,700, $2,750 we have. $2,750 we have with paddle number 395, etc. Those are long paddle numbers. I'll read out the first three numbers of each. Now we're asking for $3,000. $3,000 is our next bid. We have $2,750, currently the high bidder here in our virtual auction room. Who's going to take it to $3,000? To give you an idea, $3,000 covers 1 month's rental of an office space in downtown Oakland for critical resistance. This is where our work happens. Our work is our people. Our people need office space. 100% of your winning bids tonight go towards critical resistance's operations. We're at $2,750. $3,000 is the next bid. We have 11 bids so far. Are we going to take it at $3,000 or am I going to sell at $2,750 with paddle 395528? I'll leave it a few more moments unless there's anybody else at $3,000. It's a fair warning now. At $2,750, it's a fair warning. Going once then. Last chance, going twice. And this Lava Thomas work is sold. Thank you so much to our bidder at $2,750. We will now move to our next.
The title of this piece.
I'm Erin Cristobal. I'm a curator based in Los Angeles, and I'm really excited to be on the host committee this year for a Critical Resistance Imagine Freedom auction. I'm also extremely grateful to all of the artists who have contributed work that will continue to push forward Critical Resistance mission, which is to abolish the prison industrial complex. Today I'm talking about Kentura Davis's work. Kentura is an incredible artist based in LA who I've had the pleasure of knowing throughout the years. And Kentura really considers the intersection of design and portraiture to generate incredible, stoic and powerful images of Black women in her community. When I think about the notion of freedom and who that's for, it's really important to me that Black women are centered, and I think this is something that Kentura continues to do in her work. So in the live auction, what you see here is an incredible new color self-portrait of Kentura, and you should bid.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Kentura has long been raising awareness around the curse of the prison industrial complex with her stunningly poignant work. And last year, she was one of the inaugural artists in Titus Kafar's seminal Next Haven residency in New Haven, Connecticut. You'll also find her work on the new Crenshaw LAX LA Metro line, where she was recently commissioned for a large-scale site-specific piece. This one at 17 by 12 inches will more easily fit in your collection here tonight. It's a UV ink print and sheen collé on handmade Kozo paper, one of only 3 in the world like it. And once again, we had a frenzy of interest on this online coming in tonight. We had 30 pre-bids. So we can start the bidding now, asking for a bid of $8,500. $8,500 now. $8,500 and $8,500 I have. $8,500 I have, advancing it here now to $9,000. $9,000 will be our next bid. $8,500 we have with paddle 930. $9,000 is our next bid, advancing it here. Who would like this at $9,000? Once again, a limited edition, one of only 3. Photography is a very, very significant part of Kentura's work, on top of her work with language. This truly is an iconic piece from Kentura, a proud, proud supporter of critical resistance here. This comes with a lot of spirit in it too. 9,000 would be our next bid now. 9,000. 8,500 we have. $8,500 is our current high bid with paddle 9300518. Say that a few times in a row. It's a fair warning then at 8,500, unless there's anybody at 9,000. I know we had a melee of bidding on this beforehand. Unless there's anybody else, then I can sell at $8,500. It's a fair warning. It's a last chance. It's a final call here now. Going once and going twice. Kentura's piece is sold. Thank you so much. Paddle number 9300518 sold for $8,500. And thank you so much, Kentura. Now, we are moving on to a Sean Theodore work. All of these proceeds, remember, are going towards sustaining the critical work that we do. Let's keep this moving. Sean Theodore, and we are lucky enough to be able to share a moment of Sean's explaining the role of art and what he does to create his.
Choosing subjects for me, it has to be about where they're from, authenticity. I take time to get to know the folks that end up being in my work. When you have silhouette, you're giving an entry point. And then if it's a familiar scene, it becomes a mirror, more or less. You fill that absence with who you are, and what you've been. If I decide that I want to make representations of people who look like me in the most grand ways, it is fine art. The only thing that needs to change is the perception of what fine art actually encompasses. It cannot be mutually exclusively set for one audience and then one creator. With the advent of mobile photography, I started to think, okay, this is the wave. How do I go from mobile to museum? All you have left of old civilizations is the art they live. It's the only way you understand what was being communicated between them and how they saw themselves and how they cared about their own agency. In this day and time where technology is so important, you still need a driver. You still need someone to make the technology create the art, whatever the art be.
Sean is a Philadelphia-based interdisciplinary award-winning photographer whose work opens broad conversations regarding the role of the photographer in the shaping of agency and imagery, new forms of storytelling, and its impact on the trajectory of the collective Black consciousness. Now, you may also know him from his seminal commercial projects, including major ad campaigns for Apple, Showtime Networks for the promotional poster for The Chi, the iconic Paper magazine cover featuring Colin Kaepernick, New York Magazine, the list goes on. This now is a very special opportunity to own a signature Sean Theodore piece, masked, an archival pigment print from 2017, 60 by 40 inches, and one of only 10 like it in the world. Again, we had considerable interest on this online. I'm going to start by asking for a $5,000 bid now. $5,000 to start this off. 5,000 we have. There we go. 5,000 now. 5,500 will be our next bid. Advancing it here at $5,500. Masks from 2017, archival pigment print by Sean Theodore. Another proud supporter tonight. 100% of the proceeds of this work going towards Critical Resistance's operations. $5,500 is our next bid. We have $5,000 with our bidder number 524182, paddle number 5424182 at $5,000 now. Anybody else at $5,500? $5,500 will be our next bid here at $5,500. We had 3 pre-bids on this one online before coming in tonight. In the book at $5,000. Would anyone else like it at $5,500? Against the room, against the world, at $5,500 would be the final call. If not, I can sell at $5,000. It's a fair warning now then. At $5,000, anyone at all here? Click that bid button at $5,500 if you want to go home with this one. If not, I'm going to call it in a few seconds' time. It's a last chance now. Selling at $5,000 going once and $5,000 going twice here now. And this Sean Theodore mask from 2017 is sold. Thank you so much to all our bidders there. And of course, thank you to Sean Theodore. Now, lot number 4. We're halfway through, everybody. Let's bring it on home. We've already raised thousands of dollars for Critical Resistance. Let's bring it home with a bang. This is lot number 4 by Theastic Gates, a once-in-a-lifetime thing that you can collect here today. And here is a note given by our art auction curator, Ashara Ekundeo, about where this piece came from and what it represents.
Greetings, everyone. Ashara Ekundeo here. I've had the distinct opportunity to support Critical Resistance as the curator for Imagine Freedom Artworks for Abolition. And I've had the pleasure of working with a highly skilled group of cultural workers and our curatorial committee to invite and engage over 75 artists to imagine the dismantling of the prison industrial complex through arts practice and through the sale of their work. I've also had the opportunity to work with collectors, both new and veteran, and when presented with the idea and the possibility of including the work of my friend and mentor Theastic Gates in this auction and exhibition, I couldn't have been more delighted or honored. As you can see, there are 5 other lots of Theastric's work inside of the silent auction. I believe, and the group of us believes, that this church represents and speaks directly into our call to action to imagine freedom. The collector who has presented the works for us, I've been working with for some years now. And when they bought the pieces back in 2001 and 2003, they got them from a young Theastic Gates who, like many artists at the beginning of their career, was making art to support their livelihood, to pay rent, to take care of their families, to do the things that we all have to do as humans and as creatives in community. And they've held on to these works for more than 16 years. So this is a rare opportunity to collect the work of an artist who is on a whole nother level. When I presented the idea of supporting Critical Resistance through this work, they readily handed the pieces over to my care. So what I can tell you about the church is that it represents all of us as vessels, as potters and as builders with the opportunity to repurpose and reimagine spaces, our resources, and our ideas. What does it mean to unpack, through cultural practice, the prison industrial complex? What does it mean to get free? And how can we do that as creatives, as curators, as makers, as individuals, on the move, in the movement, in the uprising? How do we do those things and make those things? So I'm here to introduce the piece, but also to call you to question. What can we do? And what does this mean at this time? What I do know is that whomever becomes the next steward of this piece will indeed have acquired a gem. Good luck on your bid.
Thank you so much, Ashara. Now, I don't need to tell you, Theaster Gates lives and works in Chicago, where he's made his name in ceramic sculpture, but also a wide range of multimedia work that focuses on space theory, land development, and performance. He studied pottery in Tokoname, Japan, and is known as one of the greatest contemporary ceramicists with a conceptual and spiritual basis for his craft, with sculptures like this one, Church, from 2013, feeling like artifacts that tell stories, which all plays into the ultimately social motivation of Theaster's works, that these are objects of beauty, vessels of beauty, but really with the ultimate goal of gathering people around them for those relationships that we all covet. Now, with Theaster's blessing, we offer this piece tonight. And bear in mind, Theaster is represented with Gagosian. His ceramics regularly sell $200,000 and upwards. This piece has a retail value in the region of $45,000. That's according to his gallery. But thanks to his blessing and everyone concerned here tonight, we can start this piece off with a bid of $15,000 now. So I'm going to ask for a bid of $15,000, and there we have it. We have our first bid at $15,000. Paddle 681. Thank you so much. Advancing it here now to $16,000. $16,000. The bid is currently $15,000. Theaster Gates Church from 2003. This is one of his early ceramic works, a truly collector's item. $16,000 is the next bid. $15,000 we have. $15,000 we now have. And it's against the world now at $16,000. An absolute steal here at this bid. Thanks to the graciousness of everyone concerned that we could start the bidding here with a very, very reasonable starting bid. 16,000 would be the next bid. 15,000 we have. Church, 2003. This is a ceramic sculpture, 8 by 4 inches in dimension. Very portable. A beautiful example of a signature Theaster Gates ceramic. All for a third of what you might get if you head over to Gagosian tomorrow. It's $15,000 then. That is still a monumental amount of money to support Critical Resistance's operations. And we have a new bidder. We have a new bidder at $16,000. Welcome to the party. Thank you for joining. It's $16,000 now in a new place. $16,000, advancing it now to $17,000. $17,000 would be our next bid. Paddle 681, it's your call here to come back into the bidding and follow up on your first bid with a second bid against this new interloper, Paddle 958, who has just outbid you at $16,000. And $17,000 would be your bid. Are you still in here at $17,000? I'm looking at you through this lens. We are in COVID times. This is what auctions look like. The money still comes through, the art still goes out. You are giving to us here tonight, and in return getting this incredible, one-of-a-kind Theaster Gates ceramic for $17,000 would be your bid. It would be $17,000, and I'm gonna have to move it along here. I have a fair warning mark at $16,000. $16,000 is gonna take it here. It's a fair warning then, against the virtual room. At $16,000, $17,000 would be your bid. I can sell at $16,000 then. Last chance, selling at $16,000 going once, at $16,000 going twice. Theaster Gates Church from 2003 is sold. Thank you so much, Theaster. $16,000 going to Critical Resistance. And now we'll move on to our fifth item. Now, I'd like to congratulate our last bidder. You really have a rarity there, and you've heavily supported abolitionist organizing in the process. Now, for lot number 5, bidders, keep this excitement up. 100% sold so far, which is amazing for any live auction. So let's try and get through to the end here with a full sold out sale. Our next lot is The Ascendant 6, Queen Sugar by Wangari Maathai. And here we have host committee member, art advisor, and art collector Soraya Rios introducing the piece and speaking to the importance of Wangari's art and her relationship with Wangari.
Hello, my name is Soraya Rios. I'm an art advisor, an art collector, and I'm also on the host committee. Tonight, I encourage you to bid on an amazing range of artwork. This exhibition and auction includes works by artists I love and artists I collect. One of the artists I collect, Emmanuel Tigini, he's a young Ethiopian contemporary artist. He has contributed a piece to the auction. It's a large, fabulous work. Here's an example of his work in my collection. An artist that I love is Wangari Maathai. Wangari is an emerging, up-and-coming artist doing her thing in the art world. I invited Wangari to contribute a piece to the auction, and she graciously agreed. It's a beautiful piece. I encourage you to check it out and place a bid. I met Wangari several years ago at an event at the Museum of the African Diaspora. I had been an early stalker on her Instagram page, and at the event, she tapped me on the shoulder and introduced herself. I thought that was pretty amazing. I'm speaking to you as an art advisor and an art collector who has made a commitment to recommend and purchase works of art by artists who are creating work for the public good and for social justice. Critical Resistance has also demonstrated a commitment to Black life, defending and creating possibilities. Tonight, I invite you to help them achieve their goals. We invite you to reimagine freedom. Thank you to all of you supporting our artists, supporting the creation of your own art collection, and supporting creative resistance.
Thank you so much, Soraya. If you ever need a host committee rock star, Soraya is the person for you. Now, Wangari, Chicago-based but Kenyan native whose practice is dedicated to the investigation and incorporation of an integrated visual testimony. You see with her bold, emotive paintings, the oft discounted Black female experience within the context of both traditional African society and the diaspora. And they have set the art world ablaze recently, as well as our pre-bidding line on Artsy, where we had 16 pre-bids coming into tonight in the book for this piece before taking it live now. The Ascendant 6, Queen Sugar. This is a work from this year, 22 by 28 inch oil on canvas, one of a kind. And we will get started with our highest pre-bid in the book of $13,000. Now we're advancing it to $14,000. $14,000, we have now $15,000. $15,000 will be our next bid, and $15,000, we have now $15,000. The virtual paddle goes up, so now we are advancing to $16,000. $16,000 is the next ask here. $15,000 is the current high bidder. $15,000 might take it, but $16,000 would beat that. $16,000 is the next bid. The Ascendant 6, oil on canvas from 2020. $16,000 is the next ask here. $15,000 we have. With paddle 692 at $15,000. To give you an idea, $15,000 is enough to cover 1 year, one cover of printing and mailing of 3 issues of the Abolitionist newspaper, which is one of our most important tools for generating and disseminating our message. 16,000 there we have. 16,000 is in here. 17,000 is the next ask then. 17,000. We're up to 16,000 now, advancing it here to 17,000. We have a two-way bidding war. Paddle 681 versus paddle 592. Paddle 681, you are the high bidder at 16,000. Paddle 592, it's with you. If you want to take it to 17,000, now is your chance. Now is your chance, paddle 592. And to the rest of the virtual room, 17,000 might take it. If not, 16,000 is currently our high bid for this very poignant piece from Wangari. And we have a bid at 17,000. We have a bid at 17,000 with paddle 561. Thank you so much. Welcome back. And 18,000 right back at you. 681 is back in at 18,000. It's 19,000 now. Advancing it here, it's your bid at 19,000. 18,000 is the current high bidder. 19,000 might take it. 19,000 is the next ask here. 18,000, I'll let it sit there for a second. Once again, our Abolitionist newspaper goes out to 7,000 imprisoned subscribers. It is a critical part of our efforts. And by winning this piece, you are automatically covering the printing and mailing of 3 issues of that. Just to put in context here, that these artworks are 100% donated tonight. 100% of your winning bid goes to our vital operations. 18,000 is currently the high bid. Now 19,000 might take it. 19,000 would be our next bid. 19,000, it's with you, paddle 561. 19,000 is back in here at 19,000. We have paddle 561. I wish I knew who these bidders were. It would be amazing if we could put faces and names. We have to keep it anonymous, but we have a true global bidding war going on here virtually tonight because 20,000 has just been bid back in here at 681. We are now at $20,000. Wangari's work is now our highest price work so far tonight. It's 20,000. We have broken the 20,000 barrier. We now advance and escalate the bids to $22,000 is our next ask here at 22,000. It's with you, paddle 561. It's your bid if you want it at 22,000. Current high bidder is paddle 681 at 20,000. Paddle 561, are you still with us here? Are you still with us, paddle 561, with a $22,000 bid? With a $22,000 bid. I'm going to let it go for a few more moments. Artsy, please hold your horses. Let's see if we can give them a few more moments here to come back in at $22,000. I think they might want to. Paddle 561 at $22,000. This really might take it. Or I'm going to have to sell it. We have some fun and games to get to after this auction, so stay tuned. We've got Jack and Brian starting the party right after this, celebrating this, because I'm going to sell it to paddle 681 for $20,000. Unless anyone wants to come back in at 22,000, it's a fair warning then. At $20,000, last chance going once, last chance going twice, and this is now sold. Thank you so much to both of you amazing bidders, and thank you to Wangari for making that all possible. $20,000 right there, all the way for Critical Resistance. Now, thank you once again to everyone concerned. Our 6th lot, our penultimate lot, next to last, is Draping by Paul Sepuya. We're grateful that Paul has provided us with a brief rundown of the piece and why he's donated. Check it out.
My name is Paul Sepuya, and I'm donating this piece, Draping R2A7751 from 2016 for the Critical Resistance benefit. The work is from a project called Figures, Grounds, and Studies. That was from about 2015 to 2016, 2017. And I'm donating it because to the Imagine Freedom Artworks for Abolition, because I believe in a world without prisons and policing, and I want to support the abolitionist movement. So please bid if you can, and wishing everyone the best.
Thank you, Paul. Paul is an LA-based photographer whose work is informed by a critical understanding of art history, in which he deconstructs archetypal subjects like the male nude and self-portraits with a meditation on the fragmentation of queer and photographed bodies. Paul shapes perspectives using mirrors, drapery like here, and collage, and subjective relationships within an image are his ploy. Signature works like this one, this is an archival pigment print we offer now, have led to his inclusion in major recent exhibitions at the MoMA and at the Guggenheim, and now you get to exhibit this every day at home. This is Drape, one from an edition of 10 pieces from 2016. We had multiple pre-bids, my bad, 5, an edition of 5 from 2016. Draping We had multiple pre-bids online for this. So I'm going to start the bidding at $3,750. We had $3,500 in the book. $3,750 is our first ask. And $3,750 we have. $3,750, now we're up to $4,000. $4,000 is our next bid here. Archival pigment print. This is a 13 by 10 inch, very portable, very collectible, very signature. One of Paul's earlier works. $4,000 might take it. $4,000 is the next ask here. We're at $3,750. $3,750 now. This is number 4 from an edition of 5. $4,000 might take it. I'll leave it a few more moments because we may have a sneaky bidder like we did last time who came in and ignited a bidding war that got us all the way up. Even so, $3,750 is a brilliant, brilliant amount. Once again, all going to Critical Resistance. Thank you so much, Paul, to your support. We are funding the revolution here through beauty. That's what it's all about. That's what we are doing here tonight. $4,000. Is there anyone else? If not, I'm going to call a fair warning then at $3,750. $3,750 is going to take it unless there's anyone else at $4,000 for Draping by Paul Sepuya. It's fair warning and last chance now going once. Final call here now going twice. Thank you, Paul. And thank you to our winning bidder. This lot is now sold. And there we go. Just like that, we are on to our final piece. Thank you once again to Paul. Let's see this energy through. This is probably our most iconic work we're offering tonight. It says all it needs to on its own, but we have an explanation directly from Hank Willis Thomas about the meaning of his piece and its significance for right now.
I contributed a print which says All Lives Matter, and if you don't look closely, you might read All Lives Matter, because there is an invisible black V that our eyes might imagine are there. And it occurred to me when I kept hearing All Lives Matter in response to Black Lives Matter that that was not an authentic response. You know, basically people were saying all lives matter, but some more than others. And that you read between the lines, Black lives don't matter. And I wanted to make a work that kind of highlighted that, you know. And I think the truth is really important to me. It's a central aspect of my work. I also understand that the truth is something that is always just out of our reach, because we are so affected and impacted by our perceptions that the reality of whatever we're facing is not always real. And so whether that be, as we know, race and gender, as we were raised to believe them, aren't real in the same way that they're at least more permeable, although the impacts of them are very real for the lives of many people. And I'm excited to be part of this auction and involved in critical resistance in this way, and hopefully in others as we move forward.
Thank you so much, Hank. As you know, Hank Willis Thomas, one of the most important contemporary artists working right now. In 2018, he launched his historic 50-state initiative, the largest creative collaboration in US history that enacted 700 public events across the country. This, from 2019, one of the most iconic images we've had in recent times. This is one from the edition, very, very hard to come by any of these, screen prints with UV gloss, clear on 270 GSM ebony paper. You are going home with this. We had 25 bids on this leading into tonight, and I'm going to take the highest one from that, $3,000, to lead us off right now in our final work here tonight in Imagine Freedom. Let's start it off at $3,000 and advancing it here to $3,250. $3,250 now. $3,250 and $3,250 we have. $3,250 we have now. $3,500 next bid. $3,500 now. $3,500, $3,250 we have, advancing it here to $3,500. Hank Willis Thomas, All Lives Matter 2019. One of the most iconic pieces, and what a way to finish us off here tonight. $3,500 will be the next bid, but 410, paddle number 410, you are currently going home with this for $3,250. A historic work from Hank. And our last item in our first ever virtual event, our first ever virtual auction event, live auction event. And what a live auction event it has been. Are we gonna go one more at $3,500, or are we gonna call it there at $3,250 to finish us off tonight? Anyone else? I'm gonna give the room a few more moments just for this, for our final work. If not, we're gonna sell this then. I'll call a fair warning now. It's gonna be with paddle 410 for $3,250, unless anyone else wants to come in at $3,500. Our last one tonight. I see the love on the chat. Ashara, Maya, Mika, it's been so much love working with you. Thank you so much for having me be a part of this. It is my honor to do this and to sell our final piece for $3,250. Last chance, going once and going twice. And this one is sold. Thank you so much to Hank. Thank you so much to everyone at Critical Resistance. Everyone who bid here tonight, winners and underbidders alike, for this joyful benefit, all to sustain CR's work towards abolition of the prison industrial complex. It's been a pleasure being the auctioneer for tonight. And even though the live auction is over, the silent auction on Artsy is still going through the night. So bid, 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 bid hard, bid fast, keep bidding, and make sure you keep donating. Please keep donating. You can also donate through the Critical Resistance website and continue supporting with a straight up donation for the movement. The link to donate is in the chat. Check out that bit.ly link in the chat, bit.ly/imaginefreedom2020. And there's a lot more excitement to come. I was just the boring part. You got Jack, you got Brian right now. I'm gonna hand it back to the real entertainers over this next half hour. Stay with us. Jack already was cracking me up on the practice. I'm gonna pass it back to both of you. Thank you, good night, and God bless.
Wow. That was incredible.
Baby, that was hot. Brian, can I give you my rundown on that whole thing? Like, that was hot. That was
Do you have reflections?
Baby, that was so hot. Let me tell you something. Okay, by lot 3, I fell in love. First of all,
it's beautiful.
All the artwork was absolutely gorgeous. And thank you to all the artists. And thank you for the explanations behind them and the passion behind them. Baby, by lot 3, baby, I started ready to grab myself a thing of popcorn because it got hot. It got really hot. I loved lot 3. It was so delicate and strong at the same time. By lot 4, the girl started bidding high, honey. And Mr. Butu turning it, his accent and the way he was. Now I know exactly what that glamorous monitor he was talking about. What it does, it felt like he was poking himself right up out of that screen, getting these bids, baby. He had that money, honey. And by lot 4, lot 5. When I tell you they did not play with that 20 grand, honey, the way 861.
My heart.
What? Wasn't you not like pounding? I was like, oh.
I know.
Let me tell you something. Mr. Butu can sell water to a mermaid. That man
Mr. Mizrahi, you're far too kind. Thank you so much. You definitely helped inspire it.
You killed it. Good job. Good job. Brian, what are you buying?
Girl, how much you gonna loan me?
You better sell that big plant behind you, Miss C, because I was wondering what the hell is that?
It's my friend Craig's plant, and I'm actually in charge of watering it, and that will just tell you how foolish my friend Craig is because he's entrusted me with a living thing.
She looks demanding, like she expects a lot of water.
Yeah, you gotta soak her. Well, this has been so incredible. Jack, tell us all about this exciting rest of our night. I think maybe you have something to tell us about a prize.
I mean, first and foremost, let me say thank you to everybody again for making that live auction so freaking exciting, baby. I'm gonna start watching a whole bunch of those, baby. I can't wait to start bidding. Okay. But each piece was amazing, and Critical Resistance is so grateful to have your support in this way. I mean, supporting artists is such a crucial thing that we all need to be doing now and well into the future, right? And I know the tea. I know all of y'all out there that is watching us right now. Not every single one of y'all got registered to bid. I hope y'all registered to vote, but y'all didn't register to bid, and we know that. And you're kind of gagging now because some of those things were. I mean, everything on that up on the block was absolutely phenomenal. But we're still gonna let you have a little way for you to still win something tonight. Okay? We actually given away an Imagine Freedom hoodie. Yay! Send mine in the mail, please.
Yes.
Okay.
In the mail.
So yes,
yes,
one of our
everyone.
event guests is gonna get one. Tell them, Brian, what's
Yes.
the tea? How they gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? How?
Well, I mean, I'm wearing this glamorous sweater. I was chosen to be the model, obviously, for obvious reasons. This is the beautiful sweater in XL because I'm gorgeously curvy right now. I'm celebrating my COVID-19 proto bear body. I love it. Don't be jealous, everybody. You too can possess this beautiful hoodie. Today, we have a winner, though, and the winner of this wonderful Imagine Freedom hoodie is Courtney Weintraub. Boo, you're gonna get a hoodie. That's so exciting. I don't know if you're here, Courtney, but congratulations. And we have another raffle coming later in the show, and this time it will be for a print, folks. So stay tuned. And now, I know. So we're about to have a wonderful video from one of our partners that's supported with media and outreach from JUMP, and that's Women's Center for Creative Work. Much gratitude to Women's Center for creative work, for collaborating with CR through this auction effort. These projects are a labor of love. So many people have volunteered their time and all of their energy to it. I personally love Women's Center for Creative Work. They're a vital space in LA. They've hosted an incredible panel that I was lucky to be a part of about gender-based violence behind bars. Their space is amazing. Please check them out if you haven't already. If you're not in the know, I'm in the know. Thank you. Let's support our community during this challenging time. It's really important. So we're gonna take a look at a video from Women's Center for Creative Work, and just following, we'll have a look at some of the invaluable contributions of our movement partners and sponsors. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Selena Allen, and I am the Visual Content Manager for the Women's Center for Creative Work. We are an intersectional feminist arts non-for-profit organization based out of Los Angeles, and we've been longtime fans of Critical Resistance. We were able to partner with them during a 2019 Artist in Residency program featuring Gloria Galvez and her series For a World Without Prisons. And now, today, we are beyond excited for their Imagine Freedom Artworks for Abolition series, exhibition, and online auction. We are big supporters of the work Critical Resistance is doing to end the prison industrial complex, and we urge you to support them by helping spread the word, bidding on some artwork, or making a donation. Anything helps. Thank you so much.
We are Women's Center for Creative Work, and we are thrilled to sponsor Imagine Freedom Artworks for Abolition. Bid on work, donate, spread the word, and support abolition.
All right. That was too cute. That was too cute.
Yeah.
All right, good. I hope everybody's having some fun still and you are enjoying everything that we are bringing to the table. I want to thank you so much to our movement partners. You all have made this entire thing possible, and you're constantly throwing down to sustain Critical Resistance work. So 1,000 thank yous. You deserve 1,000,000. Let's give you 1,000,000 thank yous, though, for real. So, awesome. So we are really fortunate to have some sweet demo videos and a word of excitement from Meryl of She Bends. Do I have to say that again?
Amazing, amazing. Folks, did everyone see all the slides? I'm looking
What's
for
up, Brian?
Hi, Boo.
What's going on, honey?
Well, I just really want to talk about some of our movement partners because they have been doing really incredible work. I just wanted to say this has been an incredible experience. This is my 4th art auction. I do an art auction every 2 years, and the first one I've ever done was with Critical Resistance. And basically, they taught us how to do this model in order to raise money, Art for Abolition. And between CR, myself, a lot of our movement partners, we've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars to fight the prison industrial complex. About 7 years ago, I started my work against the PIC with California Coalition for Women Prisoners, or CCWP. Let me tell you, there are no more dedicated and compassionate people on planet Earth. And I'd like to just encourage folks to join their virtual actions on Thursdays. CCWP has literally been getting people out of prison right now during COVID, one at a time, alongside their families and folks inside and outside prison advocating for Black, Brown, and Indigenous folks. And while they're doing this one-on-one work, they're simultaneously dismantling and fighting against these systems that disproportionately harm our people and contribute to this culture of perpetual punishment, like life without parole sentencing. It's really horrible. If you live in LA, join up. There's also a chapter in the Bay, or maybe you need to start a coalition for people in women's prisons in your own city and town.
I know that's right. Like, for real, there's a lot of information that people don't really realize what's going on, and people are suffering and their rights are being just, stomped on and stepped on. So it's always so good to be enlightened about what's going on and to have people on the forefront of these issues. And I mean, that's what we're championing here. So thank you to everybody who's making this possible. Right. Are we ready for our next little tease? Somebody want to see a video? Is that what we're going to do now?
Yes. It's time for the video.
All right, I'm going to say it again. So thank you again to the movement partners. You guys helped make this entire thing rock totally, and you are consistently backups critical assistance work, and they are so thankful for you. And so we are really fortunate to really have some sweet demo videos and a word of excitement from Meryl of She Bends. She Bends.
Hey everyone, my name is Meryl Pataky. I am an artist contributing to the Imagine Freedom Artworks for Abolition auction. The live auction has ended, but the silent auction is continuing throughout the night, and I'm one of the artists represented in that auction. So I would really appreciate it if everybody would keep bidding on these amazing artworks, and thanks so much for your participation. My work is called Phases. It is a wooden shelf that on the front features the lunar phases in sterling silver, and it's lit from within with neon tubes, which is what I do. I make neon, I make mixed media sculpture with the medium, and I also take commissions out of my studio in San Francisco for the last 15 years. And I'm gonna show you a little bit about my process and what I do here in the shop. So, thanks for joining.
Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This is report back. This is report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This is report back. This is report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This is report back. This is report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax.
What's up, everybody? This is the Crossfire, and I am welding an electrode onto the end of my tube. The electrode is what carries the current through the glass, and this is the view without my didymium protective glasses. This is the view with. So as you can see, I'm getting with it, it's hot. I'm going to be sucking and puffing inside the tube from my blowhose to work the glass from the inside out.
She bends is a subject and a verb. It emphasizes the physicality of the medium and the fact that there is a person behind it doing the work, and it highlights the amazing women in the trade today. Neon is ubiquitous in our everyday lives. We see it at our local corner store, or in a restaurant, we see it on the side of the building. And it's important to us that our guests can take away one message, is that every single piece of neon you see is made by hand. She then really highlights the person behind the work she bends.
Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This is report back. This is report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax.
How can it stay quiet? We will of course on the right. We got that work and they buy it. If you wanna say, but then pull up and try it. Money calling, I just had to get it. I was broke, so I made a decision. Fam need me, so I can't go to prison. In these streets, I'm a man on a mission. You do not want these problems. 38 gon' pull up a song. Turn your man into a target. For the chicken, he gon' be on the market. You know how this goes. Hope Smith's all around the shows. Swallow my heart so cold. So they right that the chain on froze. This is report back, spin all facts. Hit a ball with a court at. You slipped up, I saw that. Nobody moving me all that. I came far for me to fall back. Came far for me to fall back. But I fall back, but I fall back.
This is report back. This is report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This is report back. This is report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This is report back. This is report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This is report back. This is report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax.
We create space to make space so you can have space. So you can use the space to make the case to have the space. This the time to share. This is the time to build. This the real to recognize that real is real. I was a part of the drill, moving pieces a part of the field. My block is harder to chill. When war it's on, it's harder to feel. No public place for kids to play. No Black Lives Matter anyway. Politics is politics as usual anyway. Let's get back to the fact. Report is here. It's back to the stats. When the pressure is on, reports conclude you back to the trap. Right sound keep filling up. Gas prices keep going up. School system keep switching up. Mass shooting keep popping up. Why do you look for police to arm, protect, control the street? When they train for we black, we deadly, we holding the heat. Shoot to kill, don't give no chance to choke them out, don't let them breathe. Just stand YMC report, Edison, you don't trust police. Police came with ACS, police lock they father up. Police beat down Rodney King, police help kill inmates. Police sick, them dogging up. Police work with the DAT, police post on the block all day. Police post on Facebook.
This report back. This report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This report back. This report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This report back. This report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax. This report back. This report back. Giving you all facts, better call smack on no wax.
Well, all right. You guys still with us?
So cool.
You still here watching us, getting your life? I know you're giving very, what is she doing here? That's right, honey. I'm in the art world.
Yes, honey.
Brian, what's tea?
Jack, tell me what's on your gorgeous sparkly shirt.
Ew, it's the rock lips.
Yeah, it is the rock lips.
You know, the Rolling Stones.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love when you disappear into your background. That's like really mystical. I love that.
It is. I fell back into the sea of people that was out there fighting.
They're waiting for you.
For the rights.
Oh, I mean fighting for rights.
I was there, yeah. The march.
Oh, amazing, amazing. I haven't been to any march outside of LA this year, obviously. So I've been very curious about what's been going on in New York and all the other places that we've seen uprisings. And so
This was the anniversary of the Dream speech. It was awesome in DC. So I mean, that was super fun.
Super.
Are you ready to get us another little winner out there?
Oh my gosh, am I ready? I was born ready. That's not true. I'm not always ready. But
somebody else deserves a prize, don't they?
I think that they do. Everybody deserves a prize, but not everybody can win. Tonight, there will be a second prize, a print from Nisha K. Sefi, a sign maker, printmaker, and artist, and a member of Trust Your Struggle Collective. The print was made just for Imagine Freedom Artworks for Abolition. And the winner of this print, I need like a drum machine or something if I'm gonna be hosting. Thank you, Boo. Thank you, Boo. Okay, that was good.
Was it?
I mean, it's good enough. All right, the winner is Missy Hart. Missy, yay for Missy Hart.
Yeah, Missy.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how jealous are you of the winner, Missy Hart?
Like a 12, because first of all, she got a cute name, Missy Hart. That's super cute. Like, really. Like,
her name's probably Melissa, but that's okay too. Melissa is
Melissa Hart is still cute too. That sounds like a little bit more. Yeah, if your name was Melissa, Missy, you need to change it back because that Melissa Hart sounds like ooh. But if it's Missy, it's adorable.
Serious businesswoman.
Not businesswoman, like a woman of mischief. You know, like she breaks laws. Melissa
I love
Hart.
it. She's everything. Yes. Well, congratulations, Missy Hart. You will receive an email about your prize.
Whoa. So, are we at the end of our show?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, I think we need to thank everybody for sure.
Like, this was super fun. Like, to think this is the final of a 2-week. Like, this was 2 weeks of art and fighting for resistance and image freedom being a thing. You know, like, that's awesome. That was just...
Yes, and 6 months of planning as someone who has done many art auctions. So big ups to all y'all.
Oh, yes. I'm sure they're planning already for next year's, which I'm sure we can't wait to get to because we'll be able to hug each other and see each other and won't be wearing masks or gloves. But until we don't have to, let's keep wearing those masks. And don't forget what we have to do November 3rd.
We have to model safety for our people. It's very important.
Yes, I would definitely put one on if I was you. That plant looked like it is not gonna have
You're so mean. I just hope that Craig isn't watching because he'll learn about its death.
Not that one. That was adorable. I'm talking about Miss Big Mama over there. Yeah.
This is a very judgmental crowd. A crowd of one. A judgmental crowd of one.
I'm just saying, if anything comes to life in that house, you better hope it's not her.
Fair enough.
Okay, cool. So I digress. So before we leave out here tonight, we want to thank everybody, and I do mean everybody. So please, many, many thanks to the curatorial committee, the media and outreach, our host committee members, an artist. I mean, all the folks on tech at Colexo.
Let me name people. I have to name people. I feel
you gotta name people. Where?
I do. It's gonna take a minute, and I think everybody deserves to be named. And really, it's not even everybody. So I feel wild.
Speak their names, darling.
Speak their names. Say their names in power. Ashara Ekendayo, thank you so much. Maya Fitrell, thank you so much. My art auction daddy, Hans Kuzmich, thank you so much. Mika Marple, William Ramirez, Jess Heaney, Shirley Leslie, and Tahira Rashid in the art auction curatorial team. Big ups to media, including Rahana Larondo, Molly Porzig, my dear friend Eva Nagao, and Women's Center for Creative Work. So many thank yous to the outreach team of CR members and volunteers. And thanks to every artist, the host committee members, and every single person who played a part in this massive effort. If I forgot you or butchered your name, please don't put me on blast on Instagram or something. Call people in, don't call people out. That's the way we do things. And thank you for sustaining our work to abolish the prison industrial complex and building all this people power. Okay. Auction alert. Just a reminder that the silent auction items are still up for bid. So please check the lots out on Artsy. The auction is going through the night, so all tonight, and closes tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Remember that Pacific Standard Time thing, because you get your times messed up and then you don't get your art. Speaking from experience. So you still have a chance to support CR and all of these amazing artists who's been kind enough to donate their work. Stay tuned though, don't be leaving, stay tuned. Showing after this will be the virtual exhibition featuring the music of New York lyricist, the Young Organizing Collective, or YOC, from HOLLA, AKA Holla. People, go buy some art. I'm about to go find some rich white people and get them to woman up and buy something. It's time for everyone to do their part, make a donation to CR, make a donation to our movement partners, get involved in groups doing the work that is on the ground if you haven't already. People are making a difference and you're joining their ranks. Thank you so much. And I'm just so proud that I got to host this auction with Jack. I feel one step closer to legendary status, only 10,000 more to go.
Well, as soon as you can tell me you could do a spin dip into a duck walk, baby, you might get a little step closer, okay?
The next time we're in New York together, you're gonna get something. You're gonna get something from me. Watch. High kicks.
Thank you so much, Brian. You do a lot of work, and and you do it effortlessly. And it's been the years that you've been invested in this, and it's your passion, and it shows. So thank you. And thank you again to everybody who made this possible and for having me. I had a great time. Thank you. Are we done?
But that's alright, because we said even before this happened, and we're going to say after this, and after I'm locked up, and after everybody's locked up, that you can jail revolutionaries, but you can't jail a revolution.
Know you black and beautiful. Know you black and beautiful. All my people stand up. My black people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
My black people stand up.
All my people stand up, babe. We gon' rise to the mountain high. Ain't nobody gonna stop us.
All my people stand up.
Unify together, got that power.
All my people stand up.
Unify together, got that power.
All my people stand up.
And all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up, babe.
My black people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
Words drop like bombs, start detonating. Trying to bring love and hope to the generation. For the ones in the pen, know they steady waiting. I'm bring fam home cause we regulating. About how you do it, not how you make it. Trying to change culture, that's in the making. I was making moves without even thinking. Shots fired without even blinking. Dig a hole for my thoughts, just a sinking. Around the same time I started drinking. Just a young boy trying to stack Lincolns. When my friends died and my heart aching. Passion for love started shrinking. Cause really community's going through a generational trauma. We going through it, so I'm up in the trap making soul music. You sick and tired of being sick and tired. Cops come but we not divided. See the system fair, I desire. My brothers, sisters, cousins all riding. Cause black power is nothing higher. Black power is nothing higher. Healing from this sweat and pain, I know we won't be the same. All my people stand up. My black people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
My black people stand up.
All my people stand up, babe. We gon' rise to the mountain high. Ain't nobody gonna stop us.
All my people stand up.
Unify together, got that power. Unify together, got that power. And all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
My black people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up, babe. It's time to stand up on our own 2 feet. It's time to start a revolutionary, so they can see that we ain't playing no more. It's time to start a war. So what are you fighting for? So what are you fighting for? I'm the voice for the people who can't speak. I'm the arm for the people you can't reach. Whenever you cold and need fire, I be the heat. To the people unwoke, I'm about to wake you out your sleep. No matter the circumstances, you will never see defeat. For generations, our people soared our greatness. Even though we went through enslavement, we organized and was patient. Victory so sweet we can taste it. We kicking doors while we waiting for all our people in cages. United we stand, if divided we fall. We are brothers and sisters, yeah, we done been through it all. It's time to put our differences aside. It's time we come along to defeat the opposing side. So now
my people stand up. My black people stand up.
all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
My black people stand up.
All my people stand up, babe. We gon' rise to the mountain high. Ain't nobody gonna stop us.
All my people stand up.
Unify together, got that power. Unify together, got that power. And all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up,
My black
babe.
people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy.
Insane Killer Kane on the beat.
No, I'm not taking the seed of change, we breaking them, they don't know who they playing with. Fuck with my family relationships, I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it no more. I'm trying to live after broken chains. Centuries past, living trash. Oh Lord, what's a little change? So many families turned into slaves. No many generations could have saved. Body laying in the graves. Hard to line when I wasn't caged. Let me out, but you ain't let me loose. Let me live, hang me from a noose. Liberated when I hit the booth. Say you wanna rest and why the heck you shoot? Put a nigga down is how you get your loot. Wanna whitewash how I spit the truth? Y'all kind nines when I bring the proof. Wanna kill my culture in each and every root? And hell nah, I'm not afraid to die. Spirit strong, watch the thing rise. When I come back with 1 of 8 lives, it's the wrath of God, he can't take mine. A public enemy past state lines. It's a different track when I chase grind. Organized while the stakes high with a rap sheet from here to 8 Mile. Illegal transactions through PayPal. Bidding kitty for my dog to a weight trial. We still see you hate when you fake smile. smile. Rinse dirt off with accomplishments. Don't care about you commenting. Trophies, we back on our honest shit. Hold on, I got them. I'm not taking the seed, the chains, we breaking them. They don't know who they playing with. Fuck with my family relationships. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it no more.
In the cell, it's a living hell. Homie locked, he just wants some mail. Dead broke, he ain't make his bail. Blindfolded, trying to pin the tail. Sick and tired, so we getting higher. Hell hot, and we in the fire. Belly of the beast, and we starving. No space, we was in the apartments. They throwing babies in cages. Feeling so alienated, just like a rose in the pavement. Listen, I rose from the pavement. I'm not someone you should play with. They got me all in their playlist. Sharing that knowledge of profit you wildin' if you think you gonna replace us. This here's Henny, no chaser. Kicking that wisdom and we make it make sense. I need a meal, we dreaming and chasing. I can't be losing my patience. We put in work on vacation. We moving coast to coast, spreading the word to folks. Whether you blood or loc, we giving love and hope. I can remember the times was back, now we ahead of the line. You know wine get better with time. Since a young and I've been on my grind.
No, I'm not taking the seed, the chains, we breaking them. They don't know who they playing with. Fuck with my family relationships. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it no more.
Report back. Just see. Report back.
This a report back. This a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. This a report back. This a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. This a report back. This a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. This a report back. This a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. Moments like this, reason why I stay in the movement. You know it's hard to go forward, gotta keep it moving. That inner strength that's passed down, you know how we use it. Talk to the whole collective so you know the crew lit. They done build with they family so they could tune in. Heard we serving ice cream, you could get the scoop, man. We be whipping up, healing while we making music. Saving fuses, facing Uzis, talking to the shooters. Said they could change their lives before they split medullas. Oblongata from Aruga, born dodging troopers. But this street shit, man, you cannot maneuver. And what is worse, losing your life or losing the future? And you are both, so the world and I will need you. From the blocks to the institutions feeling see-through. Cause the real can't be you, that shit is lethal. Don't let them see you bleed, boo. Shine like a star, they'll climb mountains just to reach you. Would've thought you was bilingual cause your second language is to speak truth. Broadcasting the report back, there's no fib, just all facts. Those stories that we held back, we using those for raw stats. Going off wax, my balls black, no call facts, what you call that? That short kid on the block had to have heart just to get his ball back. While he sleeps, you can hear cockbacks, it's a war zone, can't stop that. His mom told him never talk back, and you don't wanna know his pop's at. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax.
How could it stay quiet? We pull up causing a riot. We got that work and they buy it. If you wanna say, but then pull up and try it. Money calling, I just had to go get it. I was broke, so I made a decision. Fam need me, so I can't go to prison. In these streets, I'm a man on a mission. You do not want these problems. 38, we gon' pull up and solve them. Turn your man to a target. For the chicken, he gon' be on the market. You know how this goes. Hopelessness all around it shows. Swap my heart so cold. It's only right that the chain on froze. This the report back, spin all facts. Hit a ball where the court at. You slipped up, I saw that. Nobody move, I need all that. I done came too far for me to fall back. Came too far for me to fall back. Better fall back, better fall back.
This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, better cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax.
We create space to make space so you can have space. So you can use the space to make the case to have the space. This the time to share. This is the time to build. This the real to recognize that real is real. I was a part of the drill, moving pieces a part of the field. My block is harder to chill. When war it's on, it's harder to feel. No public place for kids to play. No Black Lives Matter anyway. Politics is politics as usual anyway. Let's get back to the fact. Report is here. It's back to the stats. When the pressure is on, reports conclude you back to the trap. Right silent keep filling up. Gas prices keep going up. School system keep switching up. Mass shooting keep popping up. Why do you look for police to arm, protect, control the street? When they training for we black, we deadly, we holding the heat. Shoot to kill, don't give them no chance. And choke them out, don't let them breathe. Just in YOC report, 80% youth don't trust police. Police came with ACS, police locked they father up. Police beat down Rodney King, police help kill Emmett Till. Police sick them dog enough. Police work with the DAT. Police post on the block all day. Police post on Facebook.
This report back, this report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This report back, this report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This report back, this report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This report back, this report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. What you know about hopelessness? What you know about hopelessness? Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn is hopelessness. Turning everything beautiful into some hopelessness. All our lives we've been running from hopelessness. Yeah. What you know about hopelessness? Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn is hopelessness. Turning everything beautiful into some hopelessness. How all lives we've been running from hopelessness. Yeah. I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn.
Hopscotching with hope since first sermons I wrote. When moms was singing lullabies, roll me some boats. Was definitely all key, but didn't know me no notes. Didn't know me no posts, it's motivational quotes. Shit is hard to digest when it's crammed on your throat, folks. Hopelessness rhymes with plenty of jokes, though. Been knocked down once, bounced off of the ropes, though. Life came blow by blow, like he ain't know that this loss just some shit I know. East Oak, put the name on it, cause the town start to put some claim on it. When it's hot flames on it, don't put no shame on it. When your hope look less like it got a frame on
We
it.
was hopeless, back against the wall, but we was focused. Run up on us, heater smoking, Lord knows we was holding. I had to go, whoa, we had that work out on the road. All of the snow, whoa, out for the power, this shit like the show. We at the top of the list, cops is watching, stopping the kids. Gotta stay low when you hop in the whip, you could die just copping a zip. This shit real, my G, got coke, got crack, got pills, my G. When you gotta feed them kids, how you supposed to feel, my G? We had to get it, up all week, ain't sleep in a minute. Death in the corner, we ain't scared, no, we not timid. Slip your garner, smoking that ganja, playing the trenches. No hope is upon us, we're so tarnished. We hot like a song.
I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Been there, done that. We ain't going back to being in prison again. Through reflections, the resistance is the only way that I'm killing them. Turned up in guerrilla troops, but you see us wearing healing suits. We ain't really in the interviews, but the whole squad is defending you. All our films been colonized, all our films been traumatized. Inherit the feeling, the blood spilling, getting a whip in my back like 1,000 times. Back to the basics, I'm like Morpheus when I'm fighting the Matrix. Can't eat, can't sleep, but I had to be patient. Enslaving some ape shit, My family had to take risks, bloodline of courageous. You can't replace this, hopelessness is contagious. Killing you might make sense, no longer I've been racing. You know I can't fake this, I've been running from hopelessness. Sometimes I don't say shit, so I'm back to the basics.
I got the answers, you got the questions. We got a plan, passing down lessons. And it's beyond paying a bond or laying a sentence. It's the difference between truth and confession. Nothing less than putting my best in. Where my best in means putting less in. I'm thinking about how I'm investing in ways we could build break bread without spending. I'm thinking about how I'm projecting bad times, traumatized, I'm reflecting. I'm thinking about all our connections, we so close but still be pretending. I'm thinking about all our sessions, digging so deep, we don't need defending. I know you've been stressing, need you my presence. I'll be forgetting how to set the truth free, set the fruit tree. Now we on our knees, we ain't taking please.
I'm running, 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 I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back is everywhere you turn. Watch your back is everywhere you turn. Watch your back is everywhere you turn. I'm running, 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 I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back is everywhere you turn. Watch your back is everywhere you turn. Watch your back is everywhere you turn.
Yeah, I came in the door, I said it before. This structural violence shit is pissing me off. These stamps, these labels, I'm stripping them off. I'm taking it back, yeah. What's mine, it was yours. Pushing right through, man, I'm taking it down. Man, these walls you built up, man, we breaking it down. Yeah, these tricks and these lies, man, we piss right now. Yeah, our eyes wide open, yeah, we see you clown. I see you. From criminal justice to human, from locked in a pen and pursuing. Degree of diplomas and growing. Right. I'm running, I'm running, I'm running. I'm holding, I'm toting, I'm coping. I'm living, I'm focused, I'm open. This hopeless shit is real, but I never ever be broken. Never. You mad, you sad, you sad. I'm Michael Jack, I'm bad. You plot, you talk, you laugh. I'm doing what 80, you crash. You trying your best to kill me. My ancestor blood is in me. I'm running, I'm running, I'm running. I'm running. Can't none of you motherfuck with me.
I'm running, 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 I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back is everywhere you turn. Watch your back is everywhere you turn.
Every time I wake up in a world of hopelessness, but we gon' fight through every day and we gon' win, you know we will. Every time I wake up in the world of hopelessness, but we gon' fight through every day and we gon' win.
Yo, grab a sage.
It's a safe space. We
Let's
make
circle
space
out.
so you can take space.
Everybody bring their best self.
It's a safe space.
Anybody
we
can
make
pop it
space
off.
so you can take space.
She a story, I'll hold the space for you. She a story, I'm listening, I'll take it and I'll take it and I'm listening, I'll hold the space for you.
It's a safe
She a
space,
story,
we make space so you can take space.
She a story, I'll hold the space for you. She a story, I'm listening, I'll take it and I'll take it and I'm listening, I'll hold the space for you.
It's a safe
She a story,
space, we make space so you can take space.
Young wild child, looking like a nigga with my knees scraped. Be great, what my mama said when I had lost faith. Ultra lonely with a big mouth, and my biggest sister's baby bro, he had a temper. Wish that all our lives were simpler. Don't trip by Phoenix like my niece name. Never let the deep pain consume me in the room of doom. I peep game. Now I'm in full bloom, new moons and I see the stars. Never thought I'd make it far, living my whole life with scars.
Dark skin, melanin, beauty in the sun ray. Shadow of repression, segregation, modern slavery. Darkness is a gift and a curse, you can't save me. Believe from the birth of my skin, since pre-K. All I wanted was a friend, maybe a playmate. But they say your skin is too dark, your hair ain't straight. Tragic to a kid in the city trying to be great. Teachers teach you like a dog, it is wrong, there's no escape. Standing in my truth, grounded in the sense of truth. If power goes far and wide, melanin is your prize. Only way to begin, magnify your melanin. Kings and queens, be great, let's elevate and share your story.
I'll hold the space for you. She a story, I'm listening, I'll take it and I'll take it and I'm listening, I'll hold the space for you.
It's a safe
She a
space,
story,
we make space so you can take space.
She a story, I'll hold the space for you to share your story. I'm listening, I'll take it and I'll take it and I'm listening, I'll hold the space for you to share your story.
We make space so you can take space.
Before you share your story, let me tell you who I am. Yo, my name is Corey, and speaking truth ain't always easy, but you gotta own it. And unaddressed pain, we can't condone it, cause we done healed from painful moments. That trauma, we pick a bone with, too much for us to sit alone with. And I ain't perfect, but certain that what we doing is working. I'm just asking, how you healing if others is hurting? Share your story.
No pain, no glory. Let me share my story. I got a cougar called Nina, that's my favorite 40. In the streets is kill or die, so I keep it on me. And I pray, cause some nights I feel the reaper on me. But we straight, past the drama, this a clean slate. Tally up the score, I'm a queen's great. They might catch me slipping, but I keep faith. That's why I'm in and out, like a cheap date. You see me eat the team 8.
I got your back, I hold you down. I got your back, I hold you down. I got your back, I hold you down. I got your back, I hold you down, down, down.
It's a safe space.
I got your back,
we
I
make
hold
space
you
so you can
down.
take space.
I got your back, I hold you down.
It's a safe space. We make space so you can take space.
I got your back, I hold you down, down, down.
Bobby Seale is going through all types of physical and mental torture. But that's alright, because we said even before this happened, and we're going to say after this, and after I'm locked up, and after everybody's locked up, that you can jail revolutionaries, but you can't jail a revolution.
Know you black and beautiful. Know you black and beautiful. All my people stand up. My black people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
My black people stand up.
All my people stand up, baby. We gon' rise to the mountain high. Ain't nobody gonna stop us.
All my people stand up.
Unify together, got that power.
My people stand up.
Unify together, got that power.
My people stand up.
And all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up, baby.
My black people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
Words drop like bombs start detonating, trying to bring love and hope to the generation. For the ones in the pen, know they steady waiting. I'm bring fam home cause we regulating. About how you do it, not how you make it. Trying to change culture, that's in the making. I was making moves without even thinking. Shots fired without even blinking. Dig a hole for my thoughts, just a sinking. Around the same time I started drinking. Just a young boy trying to stack Lincolns. When my friends died and my heart aching. Passion for love started shrinking. Cause really community's going through a generational trauma. We going through it, so I'm up in the trap making soul music. You sick and tired of being sick and tired. Cops come but we not divided. See the system fair, I desire. My brothers, sisters, cousins all riding. Cause black power is nothing higher. Black power is nothing higher. Healing from this sweat and pain, I know we won't be the same. All my people stand up. My black people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
My black people stand up.
All my people stand up, baby. We gon' rise to the mountain high. Ain't nobody gonna stop us.
All my people stand up.
Unify together, got that power. Unify together, got that power. And all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up,
My black people stand up.
all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up, baby. It's time to stand up on our own 2 feet. It's time to start a revolutionary, so they can see that we ain't playing no more. It's time to start a war. So what are you fighting for? So what are you fighting for?
I'm the voice for the people who can't speak. I'm the arm for the people you can't reach. Whenever you cold and need fire, I be the heat. To the people unwoke, I'm about to wake you out your sleep. No matter the circumstances, you will never see defeat. For generations, our people sought our greatness. Even though we went through enslavement, we organized and was patient. Victory so sweet we can taste it. We kicking doors while we waiting for all our people in cages. United we stand, if divided we fall. We are brothers and sisters, yeah, we done been through it all. It's time to put our differences aside. It's time we come along to defeat the opposing side. So
all
now
my people stand up. My black people stand up.
all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
My black people stand up.
All my people stand up, babe. We gon' rise and low and high. Ain't nobody gonna stop us.
All my people stand up.
Unified together, got that power. Unified together, got that power. And all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up,
My black people stand up.
all my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
All my people stand up.
We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy. We stand on legacy, 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 legacy.
Insane Killer Kane on the beat.
No, I'm not taking the seed, the chains, we breaking them. They don't know who they playing with. Fuck with my family relationships. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it no more. I'm trying to live after broken chains. Centuries past, living trash. Oh Lord, what's a little change? So many families turned into slaves. No many generations could have saved. Body laying in the graves. Hard to line when I wasn't caged. Let me out, but you ain't let me loose. Let me live, hang me from a noose. Liberated when I hit the booth. Say you wanna rest and why the heck you shoot? Put a nigga down is how you get your loot. Wanna whitewash how I spit the truth? Y'all kind knives when I bring the proof. Wanna kill my culture in each and every root? And hell nah, I'm not afraid to die. Spirit strong, watch the thing rise. When I come back with 1 in 8 lives, it's the wrath of God, he can't take mine. A public enemy past state lines. It's a different track when I chase grind. Organized while the stakes high with a rap sheet from here to 8 Mile. Illegal transactions through PayPal. Bidding kitty for my dog to a weight trial. We still see you hate when you fake smile. Rinse dirt off with accomplishments. Don't care about you competent. Trophies, we back on our honor shit. Hold on, I got them. I'm not taking the seed, the chains, we breaking them. They don't know who they playing with. Fuck with my family relationships. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it no more.
In the cell, it's a living hell. Homie locked, he just wants some mail. Dead broke, he ain't make his bail. Blindfolded, trying to pin the tail. Sick and tired, so we getting higher. Hell hot, and we in the fire. Belly of the beast, and we starving. No space, we was in apartments. They throwing babies in cages. Feeling so alienated, just like a rose in the pavement. Listen, I rose from the pavement. I'm not someone you should play with. They got me all in they playlist. Sharing that knowledge and profit you wildin' if you think you gonna replace us. This here's Henny, no chaser. Kicking that wisdom and we make it make sense. I need a meal, we dreaming and chasing. I can't be losing my patience. We put in work on vacation. We moving coast to coast, spreading the word to folks. Whether you blood or loc, we giving love and hope. I can remember the times was back, now we ahead of the line. You know wine get better with time. Since a youngin' I've been on my grind.
No, I'm not taking the seed, the chains, we breaking them. They don't know who they playing with. Fuck with my family relationships. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it no more.
Report that. Just see. Report that.
This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. Moments like this, reason why I stay in the movement. You know it's hard to go forward, gotta keep it moving. That inner strength that's passed down, you know how we use it. Talk to the whole collective so you know the crew lit. They done build with they family so they could tune in. Heard we serving ice cream, you could get the scoop, man. We be whipping up, healing while we making music. Saving fuses, facing Uzis, talking to the shooters. Said they could change their lives before they split medullas. Oblongata from Aruga, born dodging troopers. But this street shit, man, you cannot maneuver. And what is worse, losing your life or losing the future? And you are both, so the world and I will need you. From the blocks to the institutions feeling see-through. Cause the real can't be you, that shit is lethal. Don't let them see you bleed, boo. Shine like a star, they'll climb mountains just to reach you. Would've thought you was bilingual, cause your second language is to speak truth. Broadcasting the report back, there's no fit, just all facts. Those stories that we held back, we using those for raw stats. Going off wax, my balls black, no Carfax, what you call that? That's your kid on the block, had to have heart just to get his ball back. While he sleeps, you can hear cockbacks, it's a war zone, can't stop that. His mom told him never talk back, and you don't wanna know his pop's at. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax.
How could it stay quiet? We pull up causing a riot. We got that work and they buy it. If you wanna say, but then pull up and try it. Money calling, I just had to go get it. I was broke, so I made a decision. Fam need me, so I can't go to prison. In these streets, I'm a man on a mission. You do not want these problems. 38, we gon' pull up and solve them. Turn your man to a target. For the chicken, he gon' be on the market. You know how this goes. Hopelessness all around in shows. That's why my heart so cold. It's only right that the chain on froze. This the report back, spin all facts. Hit a ball where the court at. You slipped up, I saw that. Nobody move, I need all that. I done came too far for me to fall back. Came too far for me to fall back, but I fall back, but I fall back.
This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax.
We create space to make space so you can have space. So you can use the space to make the case to have the space. This the time to share, this is the time to build. This the real to recognize that real is real. I was a part of the drill, moving pieces apart of the field. My block is harder to chill, when war it's on, it's harder to feel. No public place for kids to play, no Black Lives Matter anyway. Politics is politics as usual anyway. Let's get back to the fact, report is here, it's back to the stats. When the pressure is on, reports conclude you back to the trap. Right and silent keep filling up, gas prices keep going up, school system keep switching up, mass shooting keep popping up. Why do you look for police to arm, protect, control the street? When they training for we black, we deadly, we holding the heat. Shoot to kill, don't give them no chance and choke them out, don't let them breathe. Just in YOC report, 80% youth don't trust police. Police came with ACS, police locked they father up, police beat down Rodney King, police help kill Emmett Till, police sick them dogging up, police work with the DAT, police post on the block all day, police post on Facebook.
This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. This a report back, this a report back. Giving you all facts, but a cold smack going off wax. What you know about hopelessness? What you know about hopelessness? Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn is hopelessness. Turning everything beautiful into some hopelessness. All our lives we've been running from hopelessness. Yeah. What you know about hopelessness? Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn is hopelessness. Turning everything beautiful into some hopelessness. How all lives we've been running from hopelessness. Yeah. I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn.
Hopscotching with hope since first sermons I wrote. When moms was singing lullabies, roll me some boats. Was definitely off key, but didn't know me no notes. Didn't know me no posts, it's motivational quotes. Shit is hard to digest when it's crammed on your throat, folks. Hopelessness rhymes with plenty of jokes, though. Been knocked down once, bounced off of the ropes, though. Life came blow by blow, like he ain't know that this loss just some shit I know. East Oak, put the name on it, cause the town starts to put some claim on it. When there's hot flames on it, don't put no shame on it. When your hope look less like it got a frame on it.
We was hopeless, back against the wall, but we was focused. Run up on us, heat is smoking, Lord knows we was holding. I had to go, whoa, we had that work out on the road. All of the snow, whoa, out for the power, this shit like the show. We at the top of the list, cops is watching, stopping the kids. Gotta stay low when you hop in the whip, you could die just copping the zip. This shit real, my G, got coke, got crack, got pills, my G. When you gotta feed them kids, how you supposed to feel, my G? We had to get it, up all week, ain't sleep in a minute. Death in the corner, we ain't scared, no, we not timid. Slip your garner, smoking that ganja, playing the trenches. No hope is upon us, yeah, so tarnished. We hot like a song.
I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. I'm running from hopelessness. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Watch your back, cause everywhere you turn. Been there, done that. We ain't going back to being in prison again. Through reflections, the resistance is the only way that I'm killing them. Turned up in guerrilla troops, but you see us wearing healing suits. We ain't really in the interviews, but the whole squad is defending you. All our films been colonized, all our films been traumatized. Inherit the feeling, the blood spilling, getting whipped on my back like 1,000 times. Back to the basics, I'm like Morpheus when I'm fighting the Matrix. Can't eat, can't sleep, but I had to be patient. Enslaving some ape shit. My family had to take risks, bloodline are courageous. You can't replace this, hopelessness is contagious. Killing you might make sense, no longer I've been racing. You know I can't fake this, I've been running from hopelessness. Sometimes I don't say shit, so I'm back to the basics.
I got the answers, you got the questions. We got a plan, passing down lessons. And it's beyond paying a bond or laying a sentence. It's the difference between truth and confession. Nothing less than putting my best in. Where my best in means putting less in. I'm thinking about how I'm investing in ways we could build break bread without spending. I'm thinking about how I'm projecting bad times, traumatized, I'm reflecting. I'm thinking about all our connections, we so close but still be pretending. I'm thinking about all our sessions, digging so deep, we don't need defending. I know you've been stressing, need you my presence.